Welcome back, legends.
Three, two, one, let's go! Yo, listen up, about to tell you some tales of fighters and wizards, shuriken and sails. The ups, the downs, the wins, the fails, and heroes that would make the Avengers pale. Madara Uchiha, he's the god of shinobi. Dunking on allied forces harder than freaking Kobe. Heading over to Marineford, ready to take the risk. You see, Whitebeard crack the air with one blow off his fist. Brighter than the sun, hotter than you can see. Oh my god, Goku just went Super Saiyan 3 with Naruto, Luffy, the Dragon Ball 7. We about to crank the speed out all the way up to 11. You just died and you're about to be led to the greatest show this side of anime heaven. So sit down, stay tuned, hey yo DJ Spin. Welcome to the show, this is Anime Legends.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Anime Legends, the anime live stream that happens every week, except for last week, because I didn't really want to do it, wasn't feeling up to it. But anyways, glad to see everyone back today. And today we're going to be talking about a really serious subject. That I hope will interest all of you. We, among other things, are going to be talking about copyright. And we're specifically going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of using anime in your videos and copyright. And also I'm going to delve a little bit into, what it's like to be a AniTuber or a YouTuber that does stuff about anime. But first of all, as usual, what anime and manga have you watched or read this week? All right. There we are. All right. Well. So anime that I have watched this week. As for the manga, I'm sorry, I was bad again. I forgot to read the newest chapter of One Piece, so I won't be reporting on that this week. Really have to catch up there. As for the anime I've been watching, watched all of my regular Friday shows that I usually do. Been continuing the anime called The World Ends With You, the animation. That was pretty nice. Pretty much I've just gotten to the point, and this is a bit of a big spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, maybe skip a couple seconds in the video right now. Alright. So I've gotten to the point where the main character Neku is he's him and the girl whose name I can't remember. I think it was Maya or something. But they get to the end of the Reapers game. They win the Reapers game, and they get a chance to be reborn. And so he says, but the guy who's running the game, he's like, only one person can be reborn. That's just how the game is set up. So he's like, you know what? Let her go. I'll get back into the Reapers game. But there is a fee that you have to pay to get into the game, and the fee that you have to pay is whatever you care about the most at that one moment. And in that act of letting her go, instead of him getting reborn or reincarnated, she became the one thing he cared about. And so instead of her getting reborn, she gets deleted as his repayment token to get into the game again, or erased as the show calls it. So that was World Ends With You. Then still watching Katsukiyoshi Hitaman Reborn, which, if you didn't know, the full title simply translates to Hitman Coach Reborn. So it is about the baby. It's really not about Suna at all. Right. So they're still gearing up for attacking the Millefiore hideout. Chrome Dokuro is in serious trouble, and that's because Mukuro Rokudo, the really powerful illusionist guy who before now was the most powerful character in the entire anime, he just got his butt kicked by Byakuran, and so he's not able to upkeep the illusions that serve as Chrome's organs, because if you remember anything about it, about Chrome Dokuro, it's that she's not really alive. She's a dead girl, and illusions are being casted, and as long as Mukuro Rokudo has a belief in those illusions, they remain. But he doesn't really have power over them anymore. So what Hibari has Chrome do is use the power of the Vangala Ring of the Mist to recreate her own organs and, in essence, keep herself alive, which is very interesting. Otherwise, everyone else is just gearing up and stuff. There was a real scary part where Suna yells at that one girl, not the girl he likes, but the other one that likes him, his friend, and she just takes it, which it was a real scary image of seeing Suna really start to turn into like Vangala 10, someone who gives orders and people just follow them. So that was Hitman Reborn. Then we go into the newest episode of My Hero Academia. Well, technically the second newest. So once again, it's the same stuff. It's Hawks getting Endeavor ready for the Liberation to attack, and pretty much the League of Villains are planning that in 4 months' time they are going to launch an attack that's going to destroy all of Japan. So that is really, really scary. And the boys really just start their training. Deku knows a lot about his own quirk, knows where he needs to work on, what he needs to improve, knows what he can do at the moment. Shoto is still really cold to his father, and Bakugo is just like, he straight up looks at Endeavor and he's like, I just want to find out what it takes to be the number one hero. And so he looks at Endeavor and pretty much he's just like, dude, I want your job. Like, I want to kick you out of the number one spot. Which is Bakugo's MO. That's how he does stuff. after My Hero Academia, I watched whew, uh, whew, Excel World. Excel World was pretty good. I did enjoy it. We've gotten to the part in Excel World where it was the second part of the episode where Kurayuki Hime is out in Okinawa, and in this episode she has to fight a guy who is cheating by getting into the Okinawa server through Tokyo, like a backdoor program or something like that was supposed to be dead. Anyways, he's got a T-Rex with a gigantic laser on it, and pretty much her friend, who has only been into Brain Burst once, uses up the rest of her Brain Burst points to come in and completely Deus Ex Machina save the day. It was a real weak episode for the writers. They just must not have been having a good day, because they threw a real Deus Ex Machina in there. Anyways, so that was Excel World, and then there was Sword Art Online Alicization, which, man, is getting really interesting. It was the final episode of the first part of Sword Art Online Alicization, because Sword Art Online is all broken into different parts and stuff. So it was the end of the first part. Kirito manages to defeat Administrator, and Administrator has a lot of moments where the hair doesn't almost cover everything. So, yeah, they had to use some real creative angles there. I'd like to imagine every frame of that was just the animators going, "Did you cover her boobs? Did you cover them? Got to make sure you cover them boobs." Anyways, so, technically, he almost defeats Administrator, and she tries to get away, but then Chudelkin jumps on her, and he's a total pervert and turns into his fire demon form, and she just burns to ash because she doesn't have enough power left. So she's gone in a puff of smoke. So Kirito goes on the computer there, and he calls up to the people outside. He's like, which kind of takes me out of it, because like it means that Kirito was aware of everything going on outside this entire time. And there was pretty much no real risk to him. But he calls up to the people outside, and he's like, "Hey, guys, I beat Administrator. You got to get me out of here and stuff." And all those guys up there are like, "Hey, the government found out that we are trying to play God here, and they're trying to shoot up the place. And they're about to pretty much pull the plug on your life support. So, hey, you got to get to a specific tree, or you got to get to a specific area and bring Alice there." So that's his current mission. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you. Thanks for coming to watch the stream. So tell me, have you watched or read any anime or manga this week? Because that's the current subject that we are on. Also, just let me know how you're doing. Anyways, so after that, I went on to watch Record of Ragnarok. Lubu and Thor are still duking it out there in the Colosseum. And it's gotten more interesting because it's not so much about the lore, and they're actually getting into some of the fighting, which is entertaining because the hits are big, baby. Thank you for responding to that, because I was worried that nobody could hear my mic. But you haven't really been watching anything. Okay. Record of Ragnarok. Then I watched Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, which was it was pretty much just an episode with Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and God, what's his sister's name? I can never remember his sister's name. But yeah, Nezuko. And they're all just kind of dicking around, having a good time. And then somebody attacks. I wasn't really paying attention. Anyways, then the last anime that I watched on Friday Night Anime was Inuyasha. I was on the second to the last episode of Inuyasha. So Inuyasha goes out to he goes and meets with the guy who made the God, what's the name of the sword? I should know this. They say it a million times in there. Tetsaiga. Yeah, he goes to meet with Yodosai, the maker of the Tetsaiga, and he's like, "Hey, I can't lift the sword, I can't control the Tetsaiga. I can't control my demon form. What do I do?" And Todosai's like, "Well, I had an easier thing all along. You just have to go and defeat this demon who's supposed to be asleep." So, of course, Naraku hears about this, and he's like, I'm going to wake up the demon and get that demon to go kill Inuyasha, because I can't kill Inuyasha myself. So Inuyasha's fighting this demon, and he's getting his butt absolutely kicked. Kagome and all the others come along, and right at the end of the episode, he starts going into his demon form again, because he's not holding the Tetsaiga. So, things are getting real crazy up in here. But yeah, he's literally fighting the enemy that his father died fighting, and his father like had to use almost all his power to seal this bad guy. So anyway, that's the anime. Well, yeah, that's the anime I've been watching this week. Besides that, I just watched Persona 5, 7 Deadly Sins. There were two more, but I can't remember them. Anyways, that is all the anime that I watched this week. As I said, I didn't read any manga because that was bad, and I didn't check out the newest chapter of One Piece. So, that covers the first 15 minutes of this. Well, technically 17, but who's counting? Anyways, I am going to head straight into the meat and potatoes of our talk today, which our talk today is going to be all about copyright. And if you're an AniTuber out there and you're having trouble with copyright and stuff like that, I have some tips for you. So, first I'm going to talk about what being an AniTuber really entails. I mean, obviously it's making videos about anime for YouTube, things like that. But, I forgot to mention, and Stephanie, you're the only one watching right now, so if you have any questions at all, just put them in the comments and I will answer them right away. But yes, putting anime content on YouTube, which is hard to do. But, pretty much the essence of being an AniTuber is just that you have to. Hold on, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Anyways, sorry for that interruption, guys. So, so the crap, I lost my train of thought. AniTubers, yes, putting anime on YouTube. I'm sorry, I was babbling. But pretty much the thing is, you have to watch the trends. You have to watch the trends on what's going on in anime, but you also have to know what you want to make. When I make an AMV, it always starts as one simple idea. And beyond that, it just kind of flourishes into the whole rest of the AMV. But yeah, my specific niche in the anime community is anime education. I'm all about telling new people what anime is all about, just educating. So that's why I do crap guides and stuff like that, because I want people to learn, but I also want them to be entertained. And this really has been on my heart and what I've wanted to do on this channel for a long time. So, copyright do's and don'ts. Pretty much a rule of thumb that I keep all the time is if you're going to put a clip from anime into your video, always make it always make it 30 seconds or less, and always err on the side of caution. If your clip is 30 seconds, try to pull it down to 20 if you can, because honestly, the less of the clip you're showing in your video, the better. Because 30 seconds is about what it takes for the YouTube bots to spot an anime clip in your video. And I got that advice from another YouTuber. I don't remember her name, but she was very, very helpful. Anyways, so yes, down to 30 seconds. Now, if you must make a clip that's longer than 30 seconds, then what you have to do is you have to edit the video in some way, or you have to clip right at 30 seconds, skip a little bit, and then make another 30-second clip. Or you have to completely remove the audio and put something else over it. For example, the reason that AMVs don't typically get copyrighted, except for the song, of course, is because when I make an AMV, every clip is less than 30 seconds. And also, I'm taking the original audio off and putting the music over it. And sometimes I'm even editing the visuals. But, yeah. Yeah, if you have a clip over 30 seconds, just make sure that you change it in some way. Anyways. Oh, that's right. Another good rule of thumb is just to change stuff, even if it's less than 30 seconds. Because that just ensures that that you probably won't get a copyright. And I want to stress the word probably here. I really want to stress the word probably. I'm even going to do a Donald Trump finger with it. Because I don't claim to be an expert on anime copyright. If you get a copyright strike by taking my advice, my advice will make it unlikely, but it won't make it impossible. And now I'm going to go through a list. Get out your pencils. I'm going to go through a list of no-go animes, no-fly animes that you absolutely can't do. Anything by TV Tokyo. TV Tokyo, you can't do One Punch Man. You cannot put One Punch Man in a video, or else it will get flagged. And it will get blocked in everything. You won't be able to watch the video. You can't use Sword Art Online. You can't use actual clips from Sword Art Online in videos. That's why if I ever have to use Sword Art Online in a video, it's always a still picture. By the way, still pictures, great thing to avoid copyright. If you can get your point across with a still picture, that is really going to help you. Also, you can use Naruto, but be very, very careful how you use Naruto. Hey, legendary anime, JP Fan 2 just hopped in here. Good to hear from you, man. How have I been? I've been good. How have you been? Let us know in the comments what anime, manga you've been watching and reading this week. Right now, I'm going through the do's and don'ts of copyright. Yeah. So yes, use Naruto. You can use Naruto, but be very careful with Naruto. In fact, one time, a long time ago, about 2 years into making my channel, I used a Naruto clip. It was 30 seconds long. I got copyright struck hard. It wasn't a copyright notice. It was a real true copyright strike, and my channel was in bad standing for 3 months. I could not put up my own thumbnails. I couldn't live stream. I could upload videos, and that was pretty much it for 3 months. So do not use One Punch Man. Do not use Sword Art Online, and be very, very careful when using Naruto. One clip I found that works well: if you use Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance, and you don't use like the whole thing, and you clip it in a lot of places, that video is usually safe. But just rule of thumb, err on the side of caution, and just be careful with Naruto. It's a hot ticket item. That being said, I took a lot of risks when I made a crap guide to Naruto Shippuden. And even when I made a crap guide to original Naruto. But, yes. I'm just trying to remember if there's any others. Honestly, I will say there is a list online. If you go and look up all of TV Tokyo's properties, I would just recommend staying away from using any TV Tokyo show, which both One Punch Man and Naruto are done by TV Tokyo. I think Sword Art Online is also done by them, but I'm not sure. I've gotten notices, not strikes, but I've gotten notices from Funimation before. I've gotten notices from one of the videos I was gonna put up was a that's Flippin' OP Neon Genesis Evangelion crossed with Cowboy Bebop, and they allowed Cowboy Bebop, but they did not allow Neon Genesis Evangelion. So that's one thing to keep in mind. That's another anime you can't use, and specifically, they blocked it because of the song, not because of the visuals, but because of the song. So they're very particular about that. Let me see, anything else I can tell you guys. No, that pretty much covers everything. Legendary Anime JP Fan 2 says, I just upload a bunch of base anime like Quintessential Quintuplets, Infinite Stratos, Data Live, Sinai Heroine, Rio, Work Never Work, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and many, many I upload. Yeah, a lot of people upload stuff, but if you'll notice, when they do, they always clip it at every 30-second mark and then skip a little bit of it. Neon Genesis Evangelion blocked my song. Yep, that's what they'll do. Hey, Trix, the anime hater. Things have been good. I was just kind of finishing up the meat and potatoes of this video. But yeah, things are living. That's good. Yeah, that is good. So just since a couple new people just got in here, I'm gonna recap what I've said so far. So as for the anime that I watched this week, it was The World Ends With You, the animation, Hitman Reborn, My Hero Academia, Excel World, Sword Art Online Alicization, and specifically I watched the final episode of the first half of it, the first part of it. Then Record of Ragnarok, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, Inuyasha, that was the second to the last episode, so I only have the last episode of Inuyasha to watch. At least the last one that's on Netflix. But then I watched Persona 5 the animation and The Seven Deadly Sins. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the anime I watched. What I covered in the copyright stuff was just that being an AniTuber means sticking with the trends. Got to stick with the trends, and you have to be careful of copyright. And but you also have to do what you like. You have to find not only the niche of making anime content, but also a niche within it, which my niche is, anime education. So, so then in the copyright, I said, good rule of thumb is don't make clips longer than 30 seconds. If you are going to make clips longer than 30 seconds, make sure they're edited and that the sound is taken out. And if you just want to be safe, make a bunch of really short anime clips with like a song over it, or have them be edited, like color corrected in some way. And the three absolute no-go animes that I said are: do not use One Punch Man, do not use Sword Art Online, and be very careful with Naruto. Also, don't use the theme song from Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's a no-go. So Legendary Anime JP Fan 2 said video games, not song. That's weird because video games don't usually get copyrighted, and that's why I can use anything I want from Naruto Storm 4 or Jump Force or Dragon Ball games, stuff like that. And honestly, that's a real boon. Like I said in my speech, I said if you can find still pictures to get your point across, that's great. The other thing that's great is if you can find a clip from a video game that shows the same thing that the anime is showing, that's also good, because video games do not get copyrighted. Now, I want to make a disclaimer and say that I can't guarantee video games don't get copyrighted. There might be one out there that gets copyrighted, especially if you have a song from the show inside the video game clip. That'd be the only way I could think of. But yeah, video game clips typically do not get copyrighted. But yeah, that was all for my explanation of stuff. If anyone has any questions, if anyone wants to talk about any different subjects, I'd be totally fine with that. We still got about a half hour to go. So let's go. Let's get this chat popping. Let's really get into the meat and potatoes of it. I want to know what you guys think. And if there's anything that I can talk about with you guys that you're interested in. Whoo! Yeah, here's my question. I want to know why I yawn every time I start a live stream. Maybe the sleepers have it right. Anyways, just to fill content and time, here I can do a little show and tell. So, okay, I'll get to that text. So, a couple of years ago for Christmas, at Christmas, I should preface this by saying at Christmas, my family, we don't really do presents. What we do is we exchange mugs and books. And so a couple of years ago, my brother-in-law, Jojo, he got me this book of haikus. I haven't read all of it, but I think it's super cool. It's actually bound in string, red string, which is really, really cool because red string has a lot to do with Japanese culture, especially in the love department. Yeah, haikus are pretty cool. If you don't know what a haiku is, it's a short poem. They originated in Japan. And the thing about haikus is that the first, it involves 3 lines. The first line is the first line is usually 5 syllables long, the second line is 7 syllables long, and the third line is again 5 syllables long. Now, depending on the poet you're listening to, that will switch up. So let me just give an example here. Here is an example from Matsuo Basho. The cut end of a fresh felled tree, tonight's moon. So that's a really cool one. He doesn't really go by the 575 thing. He goes with a well, in the Japanese he does go by the 575. In English it goes 443, but in the Japanese it goes Kyo kirite motokuchi miraya kyo no suki. And that's the regular 575 syllable thing that you'll get. All right. Here's another one by Yosabu-san. It goes Haru no umi hinemosu notari kana, which translated in English means the spring sea, all day rising and subsiding. Another one by Busan. Kusu none o shizuka ni nurasu shigure kana. Translated means camphor roots, noiselessly moistened by a fine winter rain. That's some of the haikus. I really like haikus. I've written some myself. They're pretty easy to do. If you want to learn more about haikus, I can definitely talk about it. So Trick says, any new anime or manga you're viewing? Well, you kind of missed it, but I have now gone over all of the anime I'm viewing twice now. So, I mean, the newest anime that I've been watching is honestly Record of Ragnarok. Record of Ragnarok and Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. This week I'll be finishing Inuyasha, so I'll have to find a new anime that is about demons. So if you have any suggestion about an anime about demons, I would definitely like to hear it. But yeah. Besides that, God dang it, there was one anime that looked interesting to me. It was named something like one of those dumb isekais that they all do. I can't remember it right now, but if I do, I will let you guys know. God dang it! It was something like The Hero Tries Again or something like that. It wasn't Demon Lord Retry, and it wasn't The Cautious Hero. It was another one, but it's on Hulu. I just can't remember what the name is. Anyways, that was one that looked interesting to me. Well, I mean, if we're counting new seasons as new anime, technically, I recently started watching season 4 of, what is it? The Seven Deadly Sins, Dragon's Judgment. And speaking of Western anime, I started watching season 4 of Castlevania. I think it's really cool that they keep on the same schedule. Both, what is it? Seven Deadly Sins and Castlevania are on season 4. Okay. If we're talking about new shows that I've been watching, we have to talk about Rick and Morty. And I know Rick and Morty isn't anime, but a lot of people who like anime also like Rick and Morty. Legendary Anime JP Fan 2 says, ever seen Neon Genesis Evangelion video game for PlayStation 2? No, I have not, but that sounds interesting. Actually, to be honest, I haven't even seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. Just because after watching Vandred ruined all mech animes for me. But yeah, I will check it out. But yes, Trick says, nice, you got a menu of shows to watch. I do indeed. Anyways, Rick and Morty. Now, I have watched every single Rick and Morty episode ever made. And that's a little bit of a feat, but not much of a feat, since they're only on season 5. Now, if we're talking about a feat, I've also watched every single Family Guy episode ever made, including Partial Terms of Endearment, which was the banned Family Guy episode. Yeah, I've gone that deep. I profess to be a Family Guy expert. If you ever have any questions about Family Guy, you can ask me, and you can quiz me. I will be able to tell you. Anyways, Rick and Morty, I liked Rick and, I do like Rick and Morty. I liked seasons 1 through 4. I mean, they were really, really good. They had humor, and the thing was, it was always Rick and Morty together. It was their adventures, them doing stuff together. They'd add in 1 or 2 characters. What I'm not liking in season 5 is that they're splitting Rick and Morty apart. It's Rick's adventure and Morty's adventure is a B-side. Or it's Morty's adventure and Rick's adventure is a B-side. And when I say B-side, that's TV talk for the Meanwhile storyline. It's becoming too sitcom-y in that aspect. But the theory that MatPat had that I kind of agree with is that he's thinking that season 5 is going to be the origin for Evil Morty. Just to show where Evil Morty came from and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of inconsistencies, and honestly, if they do, like, the kicker will be the thing, or the way we'll know that this isn't the original Rick and Morty that we're watching, or that we know, is if they do time travel. If they blatantly do time travel, then this won't be the Rick and Morty that we know. But yeah, I feel like they're just trying to make a season where it's not regular Rick and Morty, just so that when they go back, they can be like, okay, this is Evil Morty's origin, stuff like that. And there's new writers on Rick and Morty right now. Oh, sorry for yawning. There's new writers on Rick and Morty right now. And what MatPat said is, these aren't like rookie mistakes that new writers would make. Like, there is an actual continuity to this. There's actual canon, even though Rick says there's not. But, yeah. I know they're trying to push the canon by raising tension over time, but honestly, I don't like what they're doing with season 5 of Rick and Morty. It's it's not the Rick and Morty that we know. It's not the Rick and Morty. Like, give me the Rick and Morty I know. Give me the Rick and Morty I love. But yeah, just don't give me that. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I've got for today. I'm probably going to end the live stream right here just because I got through all the information. Unless you guys had something you really wanted to talk about, something that was weighing on your mind. But yeah. Honestly, I just wish more people would watch this. I mean, I put out the notification, like, probably, what was it? I put out the notification probably a half hour to 15 minutes early this time. And honestly, all the responses I've been getting from people who don't watch this is just that it's on too late. This live stream is on too late, and I need to be doing it earlier. The thing is, I don't want to do it earlier because then I'm doing stuff during the day. I got stuff that I need to do, and doing this earlier would just be a drag. Which, yeah, it's great that I have 2 people in here, but honestly, if I could get a lot more, that'd be really good. Anyways, enough of me complaining. Here's some updates on the channel. So everything's going smoothly. We just did a dank memes video. Today's video was dank memes for evil schemes. I'm still planning some videos in the future. I wanted to give a talk about my Patreon. My Patreon's up, and right now, if you donate $30 a month, you can get a link to my Discord, and you can get a link to my Discord, and on that Discord, you will get every single video that I upload one day early. All the edited videos you'll get one day early. So everyone who's in that Discord got the dank memes video yesterday. But yeah, no worries. It's cool. You should take things at a pace you're comfortable with. Thank you, Trix. Thanks for being such a great support to me. Yes, the Patreon. There's different levels. You can donate between $5 and $100 a month. I don't really expect anybody to donate $100 a month, but if you do, that's great. That's awesome. But yeah, even if you threw in $5 a month, that'd be great. I would definitely appreciate that. Let's see. Next week, I'm probably going to be doing another AMV, just going to keep the AMVs rolling out, stuff like that. It's AMVs and dank memes right now. I have thought about doing another Anime Origins, but honestly, I don't want to do another Anime Origins until I have a guarantee that people are going to watch it. And people don't like long videos right now. Right now, TikTok has made short videos all the craze on YouTube, and I've noticed it because every time I go on YouTube, click on a couple of short videos, all of a sudden my entire recommended is full of shorts. And that's not what I like. So you have a link to it. I have a link to the Patreon, but no, I got rid of the link to my Discord in the description because I am putting the link behind a paywall, which sounds bad, but you get it. I'll put a link to my Patreon in the chat right now. But yeah, that's a link to my Patreon. You can go there, check it out, and yeah, if anyone donates to me, even in the bottom tier, you will get your name at the end of every video. $10 gets your name shown and announced at the end of every video. And then past $30, you get your name shown and announced in a fancy design with fully edited audio. Right now, I am kind of in a battle because I wasn't able to pay the bill for my editing software, and so there might come a time here soon where I will just be making live streams, but at the end of those live streams, I will also be mentioning the people who are donating in the Patreon. But just to let you know, there might come a time where I can't do edited videos for a while, and that's just a warning. Anyways, that's the 50-minute mark, and I think we can close it off here. Keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro, and always remember to stay legendary, and I'm going to get the end video to play you out.